can't come because we've got some lame-ass bylaws that stop them coming. That serve no other purpose. So if we reevaluate what we're doing, we can get 2 days worth of traffic off State Highway 1 for free. Won't cost us a bean. And then, if you work it out, that's 0.5% of the visitors that this proposal would supposedly create. And that's 0.5% of $5 million. That's $25,000 worth of expenditure to spend on leave place. You're getting the same result from doing nothing but making your bylaws more sensible. That makes a lot of sense to me. You're saving $25,000. That doesn't cost a penny. I don't see why you wouldn't do that. Now, as I mentioned, population decline is one of the big problems. And people who visit Tokoroa don't spend as much as people who live here. Now, I'd like to know what percentage of council staff live in the district? Can anyone tell me that?
It's about 80%.
80% of the district. So about 20% of council staff don't live in the district. Every salary payment for them is an exporting of ratepayers' dollars because they could be spent in Rotorua or Tauranga or Taupo somewhere. These people are not spending their money in our CBD, they're spending it somewhere else. So I'd like to know what weight the council gives to residency in the district when they make a position available, when they look at the candidates. Is it a high weight? Do you take that as important?
Yes.
Okay. So in those 20%...
that was when we appointed our chief executive. One of the areas was that he lived in the district.
Right.
Now, recognise, of course, is that you can't make them, and you run into human rights areas.
Yeah.
But also, of course, we have people who live in our district who work in Rotorua, Taupo or Cambridge.
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure whether I want to get rid of them or not. I'd be pleased to say that you better go and live in Cambridge because I don't want you to live here.
Yeah. Well, finally, I'd say the council here should make no decision on this massive expenditure of ratepayers' money before the election, because we're about to see possibly a massive change in council. I would like to think I'll be part of that change. And it is very unreasonable to burden the new council with a commitment to this sort of expenditure. In fact, it borders on malfeasance, because we know that there's going to be changes in council, and that makes it very unfair on the incoming council to burden them with this expenditure. I think something should be deferred until after the election.
Recognise that as we went out to the community 2 years ago, the community wanted council to actually get going and do it. And so I guess you could say that, okay, poor Obama is a lame duck president. Are we a lame duck council or not? As things. And if you've been here earlier, it's one of the things council has to decide on, whether they go forward or do nothing for the next 12 months.
It's pretty obvious that the council doesn't have enough information to make this decision sensibly. The figures you've got are plucked out of somebody's bottom.
Could you tell me where you got the $5 million figure from?
Well, I believe there was $2 million initially, and then further follow-up. Is that right?
Is it Mr. Yeah.
There's $2.7 million.
$2.7 million.
But then simply change the figures by that amount, and you've still got.
Yes, I certainly. But okay, it's not a $5 million. And also that, as you will be well aware, that the recognition is that this is an upgrade, progressive upgrade for future councils as we start moving forward for the whole of Tokoroa. Leave Place is stage 1, stage 2 continues on in stage 3. So it's
what's the total expenditure then on those stages? What's the total expenditure? $2 million for all those stages.
Then the Leave Place is done at the 2.7, where we have out of our $5 million, no ratepayer money. Then as that then develops, council of the day then talks to the ratepayers and says, this is the next stage, this is what it will cost, and it is an ongoing area. So that recognition that it is a redevelopment of the total area, stage 2 and 3 will require rate input.
So the total spend could be over $5 million if you go through the
and they will be going back to the community to say, hey, how do you wish to go?
Okay,
no, a very, very full and well thought through submission. Questions? Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Simpson.
Yeah.
Thanks for your input. You haven't really said anything about the toilets or the information centre, which pretty much kicked this whole discussion off some years ago after complaints about the toilet.
Yeah.
It would be good to hear your thoughts on those specifics.
Obviously, the toilet is a big issue in this town. It needs to be addressed, but perhaps not to the tune of $5 million. I wonder if we couldn't get one of those toilets that I've seen in other centres where you, after every time it's used, it has a big wash cycle and it's all perfectly clean again, because I gather one of the problems we have is that a number of residents in the town do not have enough pride in their town to make sure that they use these facilities without fouling them for other people. Perhaps we should get a different type of toilet toilet and won't stop it.
So you think it does need upgrading?
It does need upgrading, yeah. That's something that's very reasonable.
And if we did upgrade them, would you upgrade them in the same site or be part of a development?
I think they're in a pretty good site now. They're by the bus stop and they're accessible to anyone who's in town. Everyone knows where they are. I don't see a need to actually move them.
So you know, again, because we're interested in all of them, you would be saying that anything took place, we wouldn't be altering the bus stops, because we've had some people say move them to Banani Street. You'd be saying, hey, no, leave the bus stops where they are.
I think if you want to encourage business in Leith Place, I mean, I know a lot of the food shops there probably get a reasonable amount of their business from the bus stops.
I guess they yes, so that the toilets. And of course, I guess we've all been looking at, and we accept it, you know, we could get rid of people, we wouldn't have any litter, we wouldn't have any rubbish, we wouldn't have bad toilets, but unfortunately that's not the case. We'd be looking at the way Taupo's toilets have developed and the way Cambridge toilets have gone, so that, you know, we do give travellers and our locals, you know, good toilets, and they're expensive.
Yeah, not $5 million. So I think that we'd be better off very.
You're not fight. Don't go jumping to this fight. We've got the O2, all right?
Yeah. I mean, the $5 million, sure, we have to spend something maintaining and ensuring that the facilities are available. But if we spend that $4.5 million or $4 million on $1 million, $1.7 million on economic development, then we'd get more of we'd solve the problem, which is a lack of full-time residents in the town. We're trying to address a symptom, not a problem. We need to identify the problem. It's not enough people living here. Jobs bring people in. Jobs give people money to spend in the shops. That's the way to make the town revive.
It has been an ongoing cry, as long as I have been here, in which council has been challenged because of the motorway from Auckland or the bypass from Taupo. How do we get people off the road? And that's been a sort of try. And we may be interested in, you know, if we make available what the Leith Place business people have said, saying, hey, council should be doing something.
Yeah, but as I said, don't buy lawnmowers, washing machines. You're only looking at the food places.
Yes. Well,
we need the rest of the town. That's a small percentage of the town. I'm sure a lot of retailers find no value in this because they're not going to benefit. Not going to benefit at all. It seems to be very, very partisan supported business. Only the ones on Leith Place that are selling food. That's all. It doesn't make sense to me to do that. We need to focus on the big picture.
Thank you.
Just with respect to the business owners in Leith Place, they pay rental to landlords. Wouldn't you be surprised that only one landlord was interested in spending any money to develop his or her building in Leith Place?
Would I be surprised? Probably not. I mean, I don't know many landlords in Takeover. I had a lot of people talking to me saying that the rentals, the leases are so high, it's very difficult. But if we look at the number of full lease signs, they're obviously not, they're empty buildings for a reason. And in that respect, if you want to encourage businesses to the CBD, maybe some of this $5 million or $2.7 million and in the longer term, possibly more, would be best spent offering people rates holidays or something on their premises. You know, offer landlords a rates holiday in return for doing up their businesses, or perhaps even put a levy on premises that have been unoccupied for more than a certain time, so that it becomes more expensive for them not to be leased than it is to have them tenants in there. I don't know what the options are, but something obviously has to be done. Simply trying to turn Leith Place into a food hall and drag people off State Highway 1 to replace the population in decline, it's not going to work.
Any other comments? I think if we were well presented, you know, that, and it will be part of the app, and you know, we'll be forward if council decides to continue on to the working party that takes place. Councillors, do you want to take a 5-minute break to get a cup of coffee so that when Mr. Foote comes in at 11:15 we can get back online? Make a 5-minute break to get a cup of coffee.